I was rushing out the door for an important work presentation when I realized I'd left my laptop on the kitchen counter. Cursed it under my breath, spun the car around, and headed back home. It was a random Tuesday, nothing special, so I was surprised to see my mother-in-law's car already parked in our driveway. She lived 4 hours away and only came for birthdays or holidays. A midweek drop-in was unusual, to say the least. I let myself in quietly. The house was still, but I could hear hushed voices drifting from the kitchen, that specific low whisper people use when they think no one else is listening. Something about the tone made me freeze in the hallway instead of calling out like I normally would. My wife's voice, barely above a breath. "Mom, what if he actually fights the divorce?" Her mother laughed softly. "Sweetheart, he won't. Men fold the second a baby's involved. Courts always favor the mother, you know that. But the house is in both our names." "Exactly. You automatically get half plus with his income. Child support and alimony will keep you comfortable for years." I felt the floor tilt under me. My wife gave a nervous little laugh. "I do feel guilty sometimes. He's so excited about this baby, all those books he reads, the nursery he built himself." "Stop it," her mom cut in sharply. "Guilt is a luxury you can't afford right now. You're doing what's best for you and my grandchild. Besides, you've said it yourself. He's dull. You deserve more than being bored for the rest of your life." They kept talking, laying out the timeline like a military operation. Wait until the baby arrives, establish herself as the primary caregiver, then file. Claim emotional neglect, long work hours, anything that sticks. Move back in with mom, convert the garage into a nursery, live off my payments. They even toasted with coffee mugs. I backed out of the house without a sound, got in my car, and just sat in a grocery store parking lot until my hands stopped shaking. Then the shock hardened into something cold and clear. I drove straight to an electronics store and bought 4 high-quality voice-activated recorders, small, long battery life, app-connected. Best $420 I ever spent. That night I acted completely normal. Kissed her hello, admired the new onesies her mom supposedly dropped off, rubbed her belly like always. As soon as she was asleep, I hid the devices. One inside a fake plant in the kitchen, one behind books in the living room, one in the guest room nightstand, one in our bedroom drawer cracked just enough for sound. Next morning I called in sick, pretended to be knocked out by a stomach bug, and parked 2 streets over with my phone open to the live feeds. Her mom showed up before 10 a.m. For the next 3 weeks I recorded everything. Hours of it, them laughing about how she'd gone off birth control over a year earlier without telling me, how the pregnancy was deliberately timed as an investment, how they'd already met with a shark divorce attorney who promised 6 figures in combined support, how I was too nice and too trusting to ever suspect anything until it was too late. They calculated my take-home pay down to the dollar, planned vacations they'd take with my money, even discussed which luxury SUV she should convince me to buy for the baby right before filing. I documented every penny too, pulled 3 years of bank statements, discovered secret credit cards she'd opened in both our names and run up to almost $16,000 on clothes, spa days, and baby shopping. Took screenshots. We can't tell the full story in a short video. If you want to see the full story, click the link in the